Hello, Chris. It's about 2:45 Saturday morning, and I'm home by myself. Um, Terry and Ariel are up in Virginia. Terry's taking a class, and I needed to write my sermon, so I stayed here. I'm actually gonna maybe go pig hunting tomorrow in Corolla, which will be a lot of fun. But I'm finishing up my sermon, and I thought I'd toss an idea at you. It's one of those things where I write it, and it really has no point. But I thought it was kind of funny. But I'll throw it at you first and see if you think it's funny. It's kind of how I'm going to open my sermon about the parable of the seed and the sower. And so here's how it goes. Um, I started off. I'll just read it to you, and maybe I'll have better timing and stuff like that. But I'll start it off like this. It says, "What came first, the seed or the sower?" And I'll, be serious. Because without the sower, the seed would never be planted. Yet, without the seed, there would never be a need for a sower. Monks and priests and professors and gurus have wrestled over this very topic, and they have found an answer. Do you have any guesses what it might be? The answer is Netflix. I don't know. I just made that up. Today we're going to be talking about the sower and the seed, and I'll go from there. But I don't know. Maybe people won't think that's funny, or maybe I say something other than Netflix. But anyway, you can see if you like that. Because we were talking about Netflix, right? And that's what this podcast is sponsored by. So, apparently. I'm going to watch the Merlin series because that sounds good. I'm actually watching a series called The Legend of the Seeker, which has got a lot of magic in it and things like that, like wizards and such. So Merlin sounds interesting to me. But I'm going to finish this one first. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't remember if you said anything else. In yours, you were talking about your sermon, and I want to respond to anything you say, but I really forgot, so I'm not going to try to remember on the spot. Oh, and I really don't want to do any editing. But maybe you could tell me what you think about that. That's really the only reason I sent the videos, because I was thinking, wow, I wish I had a sounding board for some of my ideas. Because sometimes I'll just tell a joke and it'll flop. It'll just be like, oh, this is really funny. And a lot of things are funny in my head, but they don't come across, especially it depends on the audience, Sometimes one audience will receive it really well, and another audience is kind of like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you even, and so it's like, oh, well, I wish I could back up and never do that. So, I'll just get your feedback on that. Also got some other things in there. Oh, I want to tell you this before I go. I'm gonna be talking about, right before I get really into the meat, I'll be talking about parables, and I don't want to take this too long, but talking about parables, and I'll talk about how he uses things like a seed to a commonplace object like a seed to help him teach about the kingdom of God. And it makes sense that's why he uses those things, because it's relevant to them. Like when we talk to a teen, we don't talk about typewriters and the Andy Griffith Show. Yes, that was a part of my childhood, believe it or not. So, it might be relevant to me to some degree, not really. But when I talk to a more mature audience, I don't bring up Nicki Minaj or talk about their Twitter accounts. Jesus used things that were parables that, as an illustration, that were relevant to his audience. If he were speaking to me, he probably wouldn't refer to makeup or couponing. He'd probably stick to football or family, or maybe to princess movies, things that I would understand right now. Jesus used these parables to teach. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I've gone a little bit too long. Later, man. Bye.